I'm home. I'm so happy I'm home. So if you've been wondering where I've been the last couple of weeks, I've been on holiday. I had intended to upload videos for those 2 weeks, but just before I went, I had a cold, and it kind of prevented me from doing the previous devlog, as well as getting videos out for those 2 weeks, so I do apologise. At least it means we've got a lot to show off this week. The hair is a cape. Of course, Zero can... I'll get more onto what I've done later, but I think we actually need to jump straight into something, so let's give Xaid some love. Now, I showed this off last time, but Andrew has been updating. Xaid, I still love this thing. It's so goofy. I love it. But wait, what? You could have told me I was clicking the belt instead of the gadget. You could have told me. You could have told me. Now I look stupid. Now I was scared over nothing. Either way, we have Xaid level 2 that I showed off last time. We now have level 3. Look, it's got the arm. I don't like that positioning. No, I don't like that positioning. No. It's a bike. We also have Dragonite Hunter, as well as if you shift right click. I believe this one's called Fang, where it's just the head. We have Mighty Brothers. I still can't get over how this one looks. It's shift right click. Yay. Come on, mate. Yeah, he doesn't want to pose. There we go. We can swap sides as well. Next we have, of course, this dude might be a bit too big. This is the first time I've turned into it. Yeah, I've got a feeling this might be a bit too big. What? That's just giant 1, so I might have to do a custom effect which isn't giant. But this still looks awesome. Pose. And something that actually hasn't been shown off yet is Hyper Muteki. Actually, I've got to check. Is the hair a cape? The hair is a cape. Oh, that's awesome. Hyper Muteki. Does mean I should probably swap all these over to the final forms at some point, but I'm lazy. You know what? I'm gonna do it. Ultimate. Shining. Survive. Blaster. King. Armed. Hyper. Liner. Emperor. Complete. Still love the way I did that. Extreme. Terra. Just noticed a little issue with the belt I might actually have to look at later. Pose. Wizard. No. Cosmic. Infinity. Kiwami that desperately needs updating. Rideron. Mugen. Hyper Muteki. Genius. Yeah, that also needs updating at some point. Along with Grand Zero. 02. Cross Saber. These Ultimate Revise. I can't remember the name of these two. Geats 9. Yeah, that desperately needs updating at some point. Rainbow Gachado. Gavv Master. I don't know what it is about Gavv Master. I love Gavv Master. And Exodream. I think it's a bit early for Mice's final form. Do you agree? Bit early? Now I'm going to take this opportunity to tell you to hit like and subscribe if you're not, because I can see a few of these riders getting updated in the next couple of months. I almost forgot. Burger. Why do I want to say 100 burgers? Moving on to Brave. Of course, I showed off the basic form last time. There is nothing I cannot cut. But we have Do Re Mi Fa Beat this time. Wait, does this... Oh no, this has the note effect. Oh no. Ah. But to get out of this, we also have all those noises hopefully have stopped now. We have Brave Dragonite Hunter with the whole Dragonite Hunter, but if you shift right click, you can get just the blade. We also have Tattle Fantasy. I see a cape. I see a cape. That means we've got to do the cape test. It's a cape. It's a cape. Oh my god, it's a cape. No Tattle Legacy, yes, but Andrew's kind of doing in show order, so Tattle Legacy should pop up somewhat soon. Moving on to Snipe. Look at this belt. We have the normal Snipe, along with Jet Combat. Oh no. Oh no. Fix it! Andrew, you know what I'm going to say, right? But yes, Jet Combat. The little hair thing does stick up. Oh my god, that's actually pretty cool. Whee! And we also have Bang Bang Simulations. I can see the villagers. They're behind me, aren't they? Now, I don't believe Bang Bang Ank has been updated yet, but we're getting there. This is going to be awesome. I almost forgot Dragonite Hunter, as well as Dragonite Hunter Gun, I believe this one is. Yay! Okay, moving on to the next two. I can't remember if I showed this dude off last time. That's a funny pose. That is a funny pose. But we have level 2. And of course, that means we got Giddy Giddy Chambara. As well as we do have Laser Turbo. Wonder what happened if I use this. Fix it! Oh. Oh, that's not correct. Next we have Gaim. I don't think I showed off Gaim last time either. We have the level 2. This dude. This dude here is annoying. This dude right here. Shikaniki Sports. I know I showed this earlier, but it's more of a Gaim form than an X-Aid form. I just remembered. I forgot something with Laser. I forgot Laser has this one, which I believe is Claw. Yay! Back onto Gaim, because Gaim actually gets access to Dragonite Hunter. Yeah, it's a Gamba Rider thing. Yeah, like we like adding dumb stuff occasionally. We also have level 0. I don't know if this has been updated. Let me try. Level 0X. Probably should have showed it off with the actual corrector belt first, but who cares what order I do these things in. Next we have Bedrock's Perfect Puzzle, which is pretty cool because we do actually have the gear on the back. I keep on forgetting that the other head for Paradox is on the back of this head. We're talking about the other head. We have Knockout Fighter. And again, the little heads on the back, along with the gear. That's actually 3D. The gear is actually 3D. But we don't just have them. Of course, we have the level 99. I always find the hair on this thing kind of hilarious. I love it. I love this thing. That is actually such a cool pose. I need to remember that pose. I always like reusing some of these poses. But whenever I do a thumbnail and things like that, I need to remember that pose. That's a cool pose. But we also have the Ride Player. Probably one of the more boring ones. It's still pretty cool. As well as Ride Player Nico. Andrew actually did a 3D backpack. Yes. That's actually a cool pose as well. I'm gonna punch you. I'm gonna punch you. A little bit of left, a little bit of right. I don't know if that was actually the left and right because things are mirrored. Kronos. I love this thing. It's just green spiky X-Aid. It's just green spiky X-Aid. And we have Poppy. That's actually a cool pose as well. I should remember this pose next time I want to show off the love combo or something. That's a cool pose. And I probably should have grabbed the gash out to go. Look, we have the red eyes version as well. The red eyes pink Poppy. Now, unless I'm missing something, I believe that is everything Andrew has done for X8 so far. Let me know, has Andrew been doing a decent job? I mean, there's still a few left. I think the most interesting thing about the way Andrew is doing this is the fact he is doing through show order. I mean, if it was me, things like Nico Snipe would have been very early on because it just takes Snipe and make the cape pink. But Andrew is actually going through the effort of doing everyone, not just the easy repaints, leaving some of that later on. So I think Andrew's doing a great job, and I'm looking at how long this video is already. This is insane because we're only just getting off the first rider. Now, I mentioned earlier that I was on holiday. Does that mean I wasn't doing anything myself? Well, the answer is no. I was working on something very important. Essentially, I wrote an entirely new render engine. Now, this render engine isn't perfect, it isn't finished, but it fixes one of the main issues we had with the mod. If you didn't know, I'm currently limited on the way that the armor works. Essentially, the maximum number of new models I can load onto the player at a single time is 4, and one of them's being used by the belt, meaning really there are only 3 usable models at a single time. So for riders like Forze, that needs 5, 1 for the base model, and then 4 for the usable modules. It was just simply impossible. And the same goes for Saber, as the left, center and right were all separate models, and then the unique bits for the legs and the head are on a 4th, meaning 3D Saber was never really possible either. Well, with the new system, it allows me to load pretty much any number of models I want, meaning monstrosities like this are now possible. But it's not just that, I can also now render unique render layers to everyone. Like I mentioned earlier, I was using one for the belt. Now, I have an additional one that comes in as a render layer to show the glowing on the belt, but if I used the method I had before to add additional textures, I couldn't make other things glow. So, for double, I could only ever make the Cyclone side glow. I could never make the Joker side of the belt. It's not perfect yet, but it's coming along. Yay. But there are a massive number of possibilities with this new system I have made. I'm not going to go into too much, but I've been having a lot of fun lately. Seeing as we've been talking about something new, I think we should talk about something new. Normally, I like to avoid spoilers, so anything that's not been shown in the show, I kind of don't like to show or talk about too much on screen, but seeing as how much these have been used in promotional material, I figured why not, I'll show them, I'll talk about them. We have 2 new riders for Kamen Rider Maizen. I still don't know if I'm saying that right. We have Kamen Rider Red. I think this is the Red. The cat. The black cat. We also have Mao, which is a red cat. And I think Andrew has done a great job on these 2. And the tails are capes. Yeah. You see them. It's moving. But Andrew wasn't the only one wanting to work on mice, as Chair added a new form. Now, this is a form associated with the Zets movie, so if you want to avoid spoilers, but to be honest, this has been shown off in a lot of promotional material. I kind of don't really mind talking about it. And this is Kamen Rider Maizen. Hedgehog. Look, it's got a cape and the cape is spiky. Now Chair did this. I think this looks awesome. Now, I don't quite understand what Chair was doing with this. Chair kind of did like this weird pole thing. It involved this bird. I don't know what was going on, but yes, it resulted in us getting a spiky hedgehog cape. I love this thing. Technically, this counts as an upgrade form, right? So, yeah, What are you doing down there? But that wasn't the only thing Chair added with a game. The last one involved a bird. This one involves a weird pink cat thing. But it ended up giving us Agent Dream, Agent Dream, then I have no idea how you say this thing. All I know is it looks amazing. Let's just put him on here. We can get a better look at it. Oh, that's so cool. I know you're not completely back, Chair, but it's nice to have you back in at least some form. And if anyone wondering, that these armor stands are over here just to remind me who we need to update. But Chair wasn't the only one working on Zets, because when we have the Zets update on the way, yes, we are making amazing progress with this, but there's so much of it I want to keep back until it's finished, because I think it's going to be awesome. But it does mean we've ended up with a few new forms. First off, we have Zero. Ah, Zero doesn't have a pose yet. But, of course, Zero can turn into a bike. That's actually just the animation that we had prior for Axel. But I think it works. That's awesome. But again, onto movie stuff. We have Lord Zero, Lord 2, as well as new forms for Lord 3, Lord 5, and Lord 6. Also, all movie stuff. I don't think we are now missing any forms from Zeds. I think we've now completely up to date on both riders and rider likes. This is awesome. And I keep on forgetting I've put him in the jar. I keep on forgetting he's in the jar. But that's not everything with Zero, at least. Because, like, there'd be no point. Hey, there'd be no point adding Zero as a form if we didn't add it as a bike as well. Look at me, I'm on my bike. I keep on forgetting all the bikes are dead. But of course, you can then also shift right click it. Let me just remove one of these out my hand so I can show. Yeah. There we go. And he turns to a robot. Ah, that's awesome. Now, there are a few other things I need to show off, but I'm looking at how long this devlog is. And I think I might keep some of that for next week. So let me know. Do you like the sheer amount of stuff we've added this week? This video was so long. I'm actually getting tired from recording. Till next time. Goodbye.